How your nervous system affects manifestation. How your nervous system affects manifestation. How your nervous system affects manifestation. You know, you can do kidney transplants, you can do liver transplant, they can even do heart transplants, they can do a lot of transplants, and so on and so forth. But the moment the nervous system breaks down, you are a walking corpse. The moment a person's nervous system breaks down, that person is a walking corpse. And for years, we have ignored the power of the nervous system. Your nervous system is not your mindset. Your nervous system is not your mindset. One of the courses we are going to study during the 36-day manifestation is the neurospirit science of manifestation. The neurospirit science of manifestation. Spirituality can be proven. You can prove spirituality. But they hid how to prove it in quantum physics. We should be grateful for the emergence of concepts like quantum physics. Now you have quantum health, quantum medicine, quantum sound, quantum this and quantum that. That is where they hide the proof of spirituality. Your nervous system is not your mindset. It's not your mindset. So a lot of things people do is actually not a problem of their mentality. It's a problem of their nervous system, the cultural system in their nervous system, the program, the data stored in their nervous system, the experiences, the events stored in their nervous system. Hi, Judy. Because your nervous system is not your mentality, it's not your mindset. You know, there are people who have the mindset of poverty. It's easier to deal with the mindset of poverty because you can clearly see it. You can, if you meet somebody who is suffering, exactly, very soon, quantum food. If you meet someone who is suffering from poverty mentality, it's very easy for you to spot and identify it. But if the poverty is from a cultural place, if the poverty is a culture, that's a problem of the nervous system, because then it determines everything about how they behave. And a lot of times, because it's hidden in the nervous system, not in their mindset, because your nervous system is the engine behind your emotions. So you are showing it in your emotions, your feelings. You are declaring abundance and prosperity, but your emotions and your feelings are saying something directly opposite what your mouth is saying. So there is a conflict between your words and your emotions and your feelings. And feelings is the prayer. Feelings is the real deal. Emotions is the real deal, right? So that's why you see the elites, they have this understanding, the creme de la creme in society. That's why they will say something like, One of the ways poverty is transferred from one generation to another is through marriage. Because they don't just believe that poverty is a mindset issue. They believe that poverty is also a nervous system issue. Moonrise in Mimi. It's a nervous system. So it takes a lot to heal from a nervous system issue, because you won't even know that it is there. Have you met people? Now, if you have had this experience, type in the comment section. Have you met people who everything they say is about luxury life, money, but the moment something happens, the emotions that they by reflex generate, the feelings that they generate is the feeling of scarcity, of poverty, of misery. But they are the first to talk about how 2026 is my money year. Wow, I'm so going to make so much money. Have you met people like that? Positive affirmation, broken nervous system. And because it's hidden, it's cancerous. Your nervous system is the engine of your behaviors. Thank you very much for using that example. The 8 energy. I have not met an 8 energy person that is not talking money, but this is one of the reasons why people can have a particular number and yet they are not manifesting the qualities and features and characteristics of that number, because their nervous system is broken. That's why they are only showing the shadow expression of that number. Right? So the words, they are not speaking their nervous system is not speaking the language of their tongue. What their tongue is saying is different from what their nervous system is vibrating. Thank you, Timilola. Cognitive dissonance. Is also through experience, trauma, childhood patterns, family patterns, genetic codes. Some people, it is fear. It is fear of terminal disease. It's stored up, is a data in their nervous system. And because it's hidden there, it's not loud. If it's a mindset issue, you can literally say it. Thank you. Karmic debt. And your nervous system is the engine behind your behaviors. You can't behave better than the state of your nervous system. Your nervous system determines your ability to manifest. Because a dysregulated nervous system blocks your abundance. You can declare all the affirmations in the whole world. If the nervous system is saying something else, if the codes and the data in the nervous system is different from what you are saying, you are not going to manifest easily. So what is the nervous system? Of course, fear. The nervous system is a communication network. It's a communication, is interwoven. There are different layers of the nervous system. The brain is one of them. The spinal cord is one of them. The nerves is one of them. The nerves. The vagus nerve is one of them. And you have the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system. It controls how you think, how you feel, how you react to situations, how you trust, how you love, how you manifest. So you see, there are people who they really want, they love. People say, I love love. Oh, you've heard that. Greetings, Rema. I love love. But there are some actions. There are people who will tell you things like, I don't know why I do the things I do. In the Bible, Apostle Paul said something, and it's a nervous system issue. It's right there in the Bible. It says, I don't know what to do because the things that I want to do, I don't do them. I keep doing the things that I don't want to do. That's a nervous system breakdown. So Paul had a nervous system breakdown in the Bible. Thank you, dear. He had a nervous, that's why he said it's not a problem of sin. No. You see, Mima said, I want to love, but I can't. So she desires it, but there is something in her that doesn't give her the capacity. Her capacity is restricted because there are some codes and data in the nervous system that will always superimpose their algorithm on any of our thoughts, our intentions, our desires, our affirmations, and all that. The fear of betrayal, that's trauma, post-traumatic disorder. She was betrayed by somebody. It becomes a code. It becomes a law in the nervous system. So the moment the nervous system accepts it as a reality, it's not just an event of the past. It now becomes an event of the present. It determines our decisions, our choices, the way she sees men, the way she does things. It controls how you think, how you feel, how you react, how you trust, how you love, how you manifest. Now, the extension of the nervous system, the brain. Your brain is your destiny control center. We are always told that when we are dealing with God, we should leave our brain. How many of you were told that? For years, we actually thought that spirituality requires that you throw your brain in the dustbin. That when you are going to a religious house, drop your brain at the doorstep and just enter. When you finish, you come back and pick your brain. Because God doesn't like the idea of you using your brain. How many of you had to go through that experience? That was our idea of spirituality. But your brain is an occult organ. Your brain is not just an organ of tissues. Your brain is your destiny control center. It is your brain that does the job. Your brain stores information. Your brain interprets danger. Your brain interprets opportunities. Your brain triggers you to act a certain way. Your brain shapes your beliefs. The most valuable asset in your spiritual estate is your brain. A dysfunctional brain leads to a dysfunctional life. Your brain decides what you think you deserve. Your reticular activating system filters information because a traumatized brain cannot manifest safety. If there are information in your brain that says that you should not trust men, it will be impossible for you to trust the most moral, most well-behaved, responsible man. You can't, because there is that information in your brain, which is an extension of your nervous system, because your brain is your destiny control center. The reason Africa has not been able to restore its collective destiny is because the brain of the majority of Africans is not working. They've shut down their brain for years. They want to express their divinity without their brain. Keep your brain for conventional education. So they think that the function of the brain is to read and pass exams in school. Outside that, you don't need your brain. You just need God. And neuroscience has revealed something to us. It's showing through our habits, through patterns, through fears, through confidence, that your manifestation abilities, your capacity to manifest, comes from your neural pathways, not motivation. That's why people think that motivation is useless. You see, we talk down on motivation. Because your ability and capacity to manifest comes from your neural pathways, not somebody motivating you. It comes from the state of your brain and your nervous system. And guess what? You have the divine ability and audacity to begin to influence these systems in your life. Because there is neuroplasticity. It is impossible for you to start introducing new information. The moment you start introducing new information that are in alignment with what you desire, neuroplasticity kicks in, right? Everything begins to change. It begins to even affect your genetic codes. The other time we talked about ancestral algorithm. And we talked about the different aspects of your DNA and, genetic codes, and how you can literally transform your life just by moving from one environment to another. Just by changing your circle of friends, you will begin to manifest better. That's what happens. Now, there are 4 survival states of the nervous system. There is the fight, the flight, the freeze, and the fawn control. How you react to life. A lot of people, the reason they are stuck, the reason they have been in a hard condition for years is because of how they are reacting to life. How they react to relationships. How they react to money patterns. All of these things determine their manifestation outcomes. The fight state, manifestation chaos. When you are in the fight mode, there's different stages to the healing of your nervous system. When you are in the fight mode, you attract conflict. You attract emotional storms. You are impulsive. You are unstable because your nervous system, there are people who, they're always expecting the worst to happen, and the worst will always happen. The expectation of the righteous shall not be cut off. Your expectation will always be met. And there are people who always expect danger. Greetings, Miss Olure. Some people always expect that their relationship will not work. The information in their nervous system is that this relationship is going to crash. Men are like this. This is the way women are. No matter what I do, my business is. And this is actually not chorused. It's not loud. It's a silent code and data in the nervous system and the brain that people are not paying attention to. So they can make 10 million naira today, and in 6 months they've gone back to nothing. The flight mode, manifesting delay. You avoid, a lot of people, this is the table where they are on. They avoid opportunities. They overthink. They procrastinate. They run from expansion. Avoidance symptoms. They are in a flight mode. They can't settle down with it. They can't sit with it. Change scares them. They see change as a threat. So they stay in that flight mode. The moment they notice anything that is different from what they are used to, it triggers them. Some people in the flight mode, when someone starts loving them too much, they run away from the person. Are you aware that there are people who went AWOL just because you are caring for them too much? The message and data in their nervous system is bare minimum affection. So someone comes on the scene and starts showing them maximum affection. And then this nervous system kicks in. The brain kicks in. This person, I can't trust them. Are they trying to use me for money ritual? How can you be taking care of me like this? What does this person want? How many of you have that kind of spirit? And the same person will come and say, I want a man that will love me with everything, that will spoil me. I want a woman that will respect me. But the moment that woman or that man comes, their actions, the programming in their nervous system, in their brain, will destroy that relationship. Because you can't treat people better than what their nervous system says. That's why you don't love people based on your own interpretation of love. People want to be loved based on their interpretation of love. People want to be treated based on their own interpretation of what love and care is. Yeah, intuition. I don't understand intuition. Blessed Fridays to you, universe. The next one is freeze, manifesting stagnation, emotional shutdown, indecision, always waiting for the perfect moment. So nothing moves in their life. They have great plans. Sometimes they even go ahead and they start implementing those plans. But the moment they get to a certain point, they just keep it somewhere. Freeze. That's what you call stagnation, right? Stagnation. And then found manifestation, exploitation, manifesting exploitation. People pleasing attracts what? Takers. Nice guy, nice girl. That's why you attract takers. You attract narcissists. You attract betrayals. You lead a one-sided relationship. Ayo. People pleasing. Oh, you are the one that God has sent to this world to make sure everybody is okay, and you will frame sentences and statements to describe your manifesting exploitation. You are exploiting yourself and allowing people to exploit you. Everything is not about, we rise by lifting others. Sometimes we die by lifting others. Sometimes we fall by lifting others. You don't lift others at the expense of lifting yourself. Ibro knows this young man. There's a young man that when he wanted to start his real estate company, he was one of those guys I helped build his real estate. When he told me about his real estate company, we were under a tree around my house. We were sitting down under a tree. And I contributed immensely to him starting. And the moment he got to his fourth project, he started behaving a certain way. And someone told me one day and said, do you notice how this guy is behaving now? And I said, I noticed, but I'm not moved. And the person was like, no, but he is upset. No. This guy is who does he think he is? And I said, I'm not upset because my life is also progressing. I did not support him at the expense of supporting myself. I'm not suffering from manifesting exploitation. A lot of people, you are suffering from manifesting exploitation. Thank you. Self-draining. Religion, the world is teaching you that you must put other people first before yourself. The people teaching you that are not putting their members first before themselves. The preacher who is telling you, the preacher that told our parents that is all about the kingdom, he is now the richest preacher in the whole church. No follower is as rich as him and his family and his children till the 20th generation. But guess what our parents did? My own parents didn't do it though. So, I'm just saying our parents. Because my father, I know. My father, that's why he put the spirit in me. That's why I can tell you categorically that I don't have any personal vendetta against religion. Religion did nothing to me. The issue I have with religion is the dogma, the doctrines, the mental enslavement. That's all. Religion did not take advantage of me. Because in that aspect of my life, I never suffered manifesting exploitation. A lot of people, you need to sit down and study how you are suffering from manifesting exploitation. People pleasing. That's why you are attracting only takers, narcissists, betrayal, one-sided relationship. And that's why when you are down and there's nobody to help you, you switch into a state of bitterness. I've helped so many people in this life. Why is nobody helping me? Why am I? No, I have nothing like that to think about. I didn't help anybody at the expense of helping myself. I was like that years ago. That has stopped. So if I'm supporting you, be rest assured I'm doing it, right? It's just a scratch of the support I've given myself. There are people right now who everything you require for your manifestation, you have had it, but you wasted it on others. In the name of niceness. Nice people finish last. Kilome is the richest man in Christ Embassy. So if he tells you put other people first, he is lying to you. If he tells you go and sacrifice yourself to the world, and that's the love of God is shed abroad from our heart, my guy. You don't love people at the expense of loving yourself. That is manifesting exploitation. People would exploit you if you are like that. They would use you and dump you. They would use you and dump you. The nervous system challenges a lot of times is because of the trauma in your body. Your body gesticulation a lot. The way you move is telling people something about you. It's a signal. You are sending out subliminal signals about your level of confidence. My father was a Yoruba man. My father taught me that if you are talking to anybody, look them straight in the eyes. Don't allow anybody. In this Yoruba culture, they tell you, if you're talking to an elder, you bow down. Bow down for no man. That's what my father told me. So a lot of people, the problem they have in their nervous system is due to their parental upbringing. The people who raised them, they were raised in fear. You know, trauma lives in your nerves, in your memory centers, in your muscles. In numerology, there is a neuroscience. There are diseases and trauma and weaknesses that are stored in different parts of the body. Kidney, fear, even in Yoruba cosmology. When you study Yoruba cosmology, when it comes to diseases and sickness, that's why I don't listen to, if you're a doctor here, sorry, but I don't listen to doctors. I listen to my body. If you really want to understand healing, your health, you must study it from your cosmology. Your body is an engine room. Your body is telling you something about the state of your nervous system. The heart palpitation, the whole, you know, when you are afraid, your body will signal it and tell you. Your body is going to tell you that. You would know that this is fear. You feel the signal and frequency of fear via your emotions. So trauma lives in the vagus nerve, in the memory centers, in the muscles. So it becomes reaction. You react to things, you don't respond. So you see what's happening to Burna Boy now. It's a nervous system problem. What's happening to Burna Boy? So you see, because there is nobody in their right senses that would build that career, and they also want to destroy it. So when you see a person who is doing something that opposes their own growth, you are seeing someone who is dealing with a nervous system issue. It does not forget. Thank you. It remembers, and in their actions they do things. You see, you kicked somebody on stage, you know, in a club, somebody was almost gunned down. In America now, you've gone to America to go and abuse people who bought ticket to your show. And because Nigeria is the only place where you can trample upon people, trash them, treat them anyhow, and yet they will praise you. It's only in Nigeria. Only Nigerians do that. Their celebrities can call them broke asses. You know how many times Wizkid has called Nigerians broke asses? You know how many times? Just because someone criticized them, Wizkid will say, you broke people. They will still say, Popsy. These are people whose nervous system has broken down. Their brain cells are dead. That's why politicians will trample on Nigerians and then they will still praise the politicians. But you don't do that abroad. You see what's happening to Burna Boy now? Cancelled shows. Nobody's buying tickets again. It's a nervous. Do you think Burna Boy wanted to do this to himself? There are some actions that are detrimental to your destiny. It is not you. It is something in your nervous system. It is the programming in your brain. You are stuck with yourself. Nobody wants to use their own hand to destroy a beautiful relationship. But something happens and then they just... It's trauma. Trauma is stored in the body. Trauma is stored in the body. And there are a lot of people who they are a bundle. Their body is a citadel of several trauma. Exactly, Dibia. The way I'm talking now about how Wizkid has insulted so many. Do you know there are a lot of Nigerian singers that if he was abroad, they would have been cancelled since. Imagine someone like Daddy Freeze still has the gut to talk in public. One of the people that actually made a lot of Nigerians subject themselves to the COVID scam. He still has influence. In other societies where people have self-dignity and respect, these people would have been cancelled. Aproko Doctor is still having followers. So you can imagine, it's a society where people's nervous system is dead. So you are dealing with people who have stored up accumulated issues. Thank you, exactly. Stored up genetic code. That's what's happening to Burna Boy now, and a lot of us. That's the root of self-sabotage. You are using your own hand to create conflict in your own life. You have gotten everything right, from the way you speak, from your delivery, your preparation, your idea, your talents. You look so good, but people don't just give a damn about what you're doing, because there are some things you do. Your body reacts in a certain way that opposes, that misrepresents every other part of your preparation. That's the problem of the nervous system. This is one of the main cause of the 36-day manifestation and future design mastery that is starting on the 16th of December. We're going to look at the neurospirit science of manifestation. Why am I not manifesting? The moment you start working on your nervous system, and guess what? If any neuroscientist that wants to help you work on your nervous system won't tell you you have a nervous system problem, they will just start introducing you to some exercises and you start seeing changes. Because the moment they tell you it's a nervous system problem, the nervous system hears. It would rearrange itself to hide again, to hide from the situation. Trauma creates scarcity. So a scarcity nervous system would sabotage money, opportunities. That's why you see people who are indifferent about money. They are indifferent about opportunities. They are in a state of apathy. They are indifferent about receiving. Because abundance feels foreign to them. Receiving feels foreign to them. Safety feels foreign to them. They have to be in an environment of chaos. If there is peace, it is foreign to them. Peace is an alien ideology to them. Yeah, thank you, Vaughn. The nervous system plays hide and seek. So if you are into neuroscience here and you want to help people, don't tell them they have nervous system problem. No, it will go and hide. I want to ask a question, sincerely answer. If you are here and you are indifferent when it comes to money, please raise your hand. Type in the comment section. It's a nervous system issue. It is trauma that is creating that scarcity, and scarcity is the product of feeling indifferent about money. You are feeling indifferent about money. How much would we pay you? No, God will reward me. Do you want the money? No. but you need the money. And it gives you this impression that you are a modest person. You don't like the things of the world. A lot of women entered marriages. That's why your husband is buying houses for side chicks, loading them with dollars. But when it comes to you, because you have shown him that you are indifferent about money and the good life, you are an understanding woman who is okay with little, with the small life. When it comes to you, he gives you small. But when he steps out of the house, he meets Abuja babes. Those ones, they don't have mercy. They are cutting your neck. I don't care. You hear girls say, don't come here and be telling me about your children's school fees. So I ask you for 5 million, you have to give me. Don't come and be telling me about your children's school fees. I don't care. But when you get home and your wife sees that there are children's school fees, okay, my husband, don't worry. I'm not saying don't be understanding and be, overly unreasonable with your man or in any situation. But the moment you give off that frequency of indifference towards money, you block your receiving capacity. A lot of people know how to give. They've been taught how to give, but nobody is teaching them how to receive. Giving is a skill. Receiving is also a skill. If you are a giver, you must also learn how to be a receiver. That's why you see many of us, you have surrounded yourself only with people you are giving to. You have not strategically positioned yourself amongst people who you can also receive from, and that's why you are drained. Trauma creates scarcity. All of these are the effects of a cause. The causative law. There are people who even take the money from their business, their capital, and go and dash somebody. Trauma creates abandonment patterns. Trauma creates abandonment patterns. If you are attracting emotionally unavailable partners, if you have to chase people every time, you fear rejection, you repeat painful cycles, you meet distrustful, irresponsible, nasty people, you attract what your nervous system is. You attract the information in your nervous system because the nervous system is magnetic. And you are wondering, why? But I'm a good person. Why am I attracting charlatans? Trauma creates survival mode. They just want to survive. They just want to survive. They will never accept the steps that will move them from survival to sovereignty, as long as they can just survive. That's why they will keep working, they will never break through. So, because their body is wired to survive, not to exercise sovereignty. Just survive. And then they create codes around it. Little is much when God is in it. But it's not much, it's little. Trauma creates shame blocks. You hide your gifts. You fear visibility. You minimize your potentials. You always avoid stepping into your destiny. You cannot avoid visibility in 2026. It's the year of setting up your own stage. It's your year of coming to the limelight. It is trauma that blocks your manifestation. There are a lot of blessings right now that your nervous system does not believe that you should have it. Your nervous system does not feel safe holding those blessings. That's why you repel, you resist those blessings. Unknowingly to you, you are resisting those blessings. They've invited people into a business of hundreds of millions before, and the person started making, I don't want to be involved in money laundering, because his nervous system is not used to anything more than 50 million or even less. But the way he talks is like 600 million, 500 million. But the moment they invited him into a business of over 1 billion, he started talking about, I don't do money laundering. That's his nervous system speaking. And trauma would make success feel dangerous. The moment you see something you're not used to, it feels like this is occulting, this is dangerous. It's impossible for somebody to have this kind of money. Everybody is a thief, they are stealing. Every girl that is rich is an olosho. It's your nervous system that is speaking, not you. And that's why trauma confuses fear and intuition. So you mistake your anxiety and fear for intuition. I sense it in my spirit that I should not go to that place. They are inviting you to a dinner of wealthy people where you can showcase your opportunities. And just by meeting one or two persons, your life begins to move in the right direction. That's when your body is weak. That's when you don't feel like going out. But if it was a gathering of you and your friends in a garden in Wuse, eating pepper soup of 5,000 and beer of 2,000, that one, your body will not feel weak. You will quickly dress up and go there. Even if you are tired and you are dying, you will quickly move to that place. But the moment they invite you to a gathering of, it's going to be at Metama, so house, something in you just starts. You start feeling a certain way, like they are inviting you to an evil place. It's your trauma that is called. My spirit doesn't want me to go there because they can use me for money. Who are you? What are they with money? If they can use you for money, why haven't your body produced that money that they want to use you for? They can't use you for money in a garden when they are selling jollof rice 1,500 and Star Ragla 800. But the moment you heard that the meeting is going to be at Transcorp and one bottle of Coke is 2,000, your spirit starts telling you something about that environment. The Holy Spirit, my spirit doesn't, these people, I don't feel, there is a way I feel about them. There is nothing. It is your trauma that is confusing your fear and intuition. It's not intuition, it is fear. Look at champion character. You know, there's a young man. I tried my best. You know, I said something. I said, if a person wants to die, no amount of prayer and goodwill can keep them alive. When I meet people who are like this, you know, you take them to a restaurant, you sit down, and then you finish. And then because a person feels that he is your worker, and you take them somewhere, and you finish, and the bill of 3 of you eating is 150,000 naira, and the moment you pay, the person starts changing his face. Okay, you for just give me this money. That's a nervous system problem. If you give me, we're in Lagos. We're in Lagos in August. And, you know, someone was driving us everywhere. And we're just entering restaurants, you know. When your nervous system doesn't have scarcity, you enter a restaurant, you don't have to, you know, some people will enter restaurants, they will see the menu. Something in them, their body starts shaking. Like, which kind of thing it is? How can these people? No. Even if it is Coke that is 3,000 naira, and you think you can't buy their food, right? Buy the Coke and sit down and drink it. But the way they will find a way to just resist that place because it's new to their nervous system. And everywhere we went to in Lagos, the restaurant, when we told this man, Oga, sit down and eat with us, he said no, he wasn't going to sit down and eat. That he can never eat a plate of food that costs 45,000 naira. It's not his money, he's not the one paying. He's not the one paying. I said, and one of the days he mentioned, this restaurant, I don't even know what, this is where they steal people's glory. Many people at this kind of restaurant, they steal people's glory. The glory of a man who only wants to go and eat fufu and egusi of 1,500. What is the price of your glory? What is the value of your glory that they want to steal? Maybe you should even lease your glory to them for 10 years. Maybe they will make a better use of that glory on your behalf and pay you 10 years in advance. A lot of times when people say their spirit does not agree with something, it is their nervous system that is, their trauma is confusing their fear and their intuition. So you mistake anxiety for intuition. So what do? A lot of people, you choose toxic partners. I remember the story of a girl. Recently I saw her picture. She has looked 20 years older than her age. Oh God, God help people in this life. She used to be my account officer in GT Bank then. And she would tell me how, the day they brought birthday cake to me before I traveled in 2015, they brought birthday cake to my house. And a young man was the one that drove her. If you see that young guy, the kind of car the guy brought her in. And I said, oh, do you also work with GTB? And the guy said, no, he doesn't. That, she told me that she was coming, and I said, oh, okay, let me just drop her. I said, who are you? I'm a friend. This lady was meeting, the kind of quality guys that she was meeting. She rejected all of them. What was her reason? It is not all these guys that are already settled. She's not attracted to them. She wants somebody she can suffer with. The guy she was suffering with was working with one company as one thing. They were paying him, I think, maybe 30,000 naira. Is that not juju or witchcraft? You would think it's juju and witchcraft. It's a nervous system issue. She eventually married the guy that she wants to build with. They are still building since 10 years ago. They are still building. I'm not mocking them, I beg. Let them forgive me, but I'm using this because when I see people like this, it pains me. Like, all these guys that are already there, they will disrespect you. But the guy that he's beating her now. He's beating her. Bob the Builder. There are a lot of information that has been ingrained in your nervous system about life, about relationship, about business. A lot of you want to go for people who have already made it in life. And they say, you can never, all these women that are already successful, they can never be good wives. You are so stupid, I'm sorry to say. It's your nervous system that has broken down. It's a broken down nervous system. Emotional traps. That's what it is. You want to go into a business and you need a partner. Every partner that you want to have are partners who cannot help you. So you and your partner, I want to register the business, so CAC, sign your name and your date of birth. Somebody without 1 naira to put in the business. That's the person that is you have already told yourself, you are installing the programs of failure in your business. Because you know this person doesn't have anything to offer this business. And the person, send your name now, your signature, make them put them for this CAC. Somebody whose skill they don't have, ideas they don't have, money they don't have, that's the person that is your partner in your business. And you will still say, this business is going places. It will go around the world. How will it go around the world? Trauma makes you repeat years. What you did not heal from 2017 to 2025, you will repeat from 2026 to 2034. Unless your nervous system resets. 2025 is the best time for you to reset your nervous system. That's why the 36-day manifestation and future design mastery is an opportunity for you to reset your nervous system. What you did not heal from 2017 to 2025 will repeat from 2026 to 2034. I am telling you, it's not juju, it's not jazz. It will repeat. Unless you reset your nervous system. This is why you have to heal before 2026. Because you don't prepare in the year. You prepare for the year. You prepare for the year. prepare for the year. Universal year one. And guess what? 2026 it does. It magnifies everything times 10. It magnifies the trauma. You must deal with it now. Some of you, some people will say, I really want to join this masterclass, but I don't have money for it. The way you talk about how you cannot afford some things is telling you the state of your nervous system. And 2026 will magnify everything. The trauma, the emotional instability, the identity crisis. 2026 will magnify it. That's why the best time for you to deal with it is now. 2026 is the year of you, more of you and less of anything else. 2026 would amplify your internal state. Who are you on your inside, not the outward appearance? Because your inner world will become your outer world. It's not the year of faking it. No, you must become it. It's a fire horse. You know what fire does? It exposes, it burns and exposes everything. It exposes the emotional wounds you're running away from. It magnifies what is unhealed in your life. This is not, the next 9 years is not for those who want to fake it till they make it. No. It's for those who want to become it. They want to become it. Because listen, nobody was born a failure. Unhealed nervous system in 2026. What happens to unhealed nervous system? Fear will turn into panic. Chaos will become collapse. That's what's going to happen. But when you reset your nervous system, during that 36-day manifestation and future design mastery, I am going to teach you some neurospirit science exercises that you can use to reset your nervous system. That would help you metamorphose from this fear mongering, this nervousness, any little thing you are afraid. The moment something new is introduced into the equation that you are not used to, there is pressure. The masterclass, all the informations are in the on my bio, or someone will reply to your comment now, or you just send a DM. When your nervous system is healed, you know what happened to you? You are going to gain clarity, because that clarity is something that everybody is looking for. That's why everyone, they're jumping from pillar to pole, right? Clarity. Because when there is clarity, there is creativity. When your nervous system, when you reset it, light shines, and then there is clarity, and then you begin to know what to do. The problem is many people don't know what to do. They are not emotionally grounded enough. Their intuition is not sharpened. They confuse fear for intuition. No calmness, no alignment with their soul's blueprint. But when all of these are in place, you know what happens? Manifestation becomes easier. It becomes easier. It becomes easier. When your nervous system is healed, you know what happens? Healing creates destiny alignment. What is your destiny? Your destiny is the program of potentials. You will do the things, you would have the capacity, the clarity, and the energy to do the right thing at the right time. For it is God who works in you. It is your nervous system that works in you to do and to will according to your desires. That's a verse of the Bible, and there's nervous system healing. People don't even know. For it is God who works in you both to do and will according to his good will, right? It is your nervous system that works in you So your actions, your will, you have the will to carry out the actions that are in alignment with your desires for the year. So you don't cancel appointments that require flights, and you jump at appointments that require going by road, and they kidnap you. Some people, the moment they hear that this is, can we travel? Our friends, can all of us travel to Rwanda for vacation 2 weeks? The moment they hear that this trip is 2 million naira, 5 million naira, they've never done it before, right? They start thinking, this, my friends, they must be on the show. This, my friends, they must be doing yahoo yahoo. If you notice there is a wide gap between the things you say and the realities in your life, I'm not saying, thank you, Ayo. I'm not saying come to the public and start talking down on yourself. But if you notice that there is a wide gap, you can't be coming in public and be telling people, I make 600 million, I am a millionaire. But your reality is far, far, far from the things you are saying. There is a nervous system trauma-induced situation that you need to deal with. You are so rich, but just because your friends are discussing now, we'll travel somewhere and the budget is 6 million for everybody, and you start reacting, you just have malaria and fever immediately. Healing creates destiny alignment. That's what healing does. Healing creates what? Healing creates destiny alignment. And a lot of people need destiny alignment because they are not in alignment with their destiny, guys. They're not in alignment with their destiny. Nervous system regulation stabilizes your emotions. Your emotions will be stabilized. You will make quality decisions. Decisions are the pathways to life, right? And the quality of your decisions determine the quality of your life. It stabilizes your energy. You won't waste your energy on frivolities and useless things. You will be in control of your attention and your focus. This is very important because you are stepping into a year that requires that you have emotional stability, that you are grounded. If not, there are people out there, they're already waiting for how they are going to steal your energy and drain your energy to continue to expand their own empire. Healing creates destiny alignment, rather. When you reset your nervous system, you know what happens? You unlock your true spiritual identity. You have a spiritual identity. You attract aligned partners. Thank you, dear. You would be still even in chaos. You attract wealth opportunities. You have clarity. You have spiritual authority. You exercise your spiritual authority because there is clarity and groundedness. You function from your Zion, your primary place of authority and influence. And the rod of your strength begins to extend from your Zion, and you begin to attract the right people into your life because you reset your nervous system. Because regulation equals magnetism. When your nervous system is regulated, right, everything about your body will work towards manifesting your desire, not restricting you or repelling the things that you desire. Your body becomes your manifestation altar. Your brain becomes your manifestation altar. Be still. Say after me, I am still. And I know what to do. I am still. I know exactly what to do. I am still. I have clarity. I am still. I move. I think. I speak in accordance to my desire. My desire is legitimate. My desires are legitimate. Therefore, my actions are in alignment. My head begins to attract the components, the events, the pattern, the people, the places, the wisdom, the skills, the strength, the capacity required to manifest my desires, to become the most authentic version of myself. My eyes becomes the eyes of God. I see like God. My ears hear of opportunities. I hear of opportunities. I maximize them. I am still. I know what to do. My body is calm. Let's do affirmations. My body is calm. I am so calm. Right now, as chaotic as Nigeria is, as chaotic as the rest of the world is, I am so calm. I am so calm. I am so calm. My peace becomes my power. My peace becomes my strength. My peace becomes my weapon. My peace becomes my tool. My stability becomes attractive. I attract the right people into my life. I am still. I am still. I know what to do. I have emotional strength. I have emotional mastery. I speak to my nervous system. I speak to my nervous system. I breathe the breath of life to my nervous system. The words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. Therefore, I speak those words of power, of kingdom, of grace, of glory, of magnificence, of beauty. I speak into my nervous system. I speak to my brain. I am ready to work with you. I am ready to work with you. I enter the firehouse here with speed. Now, open your mouth and declare, demand your reward. I call forth my reward. My reward of the last 9 years, I call them forth now. I call them forth now. I rise to my healing. I rise to my healing. I rise to my progress. I rise to my power. I refuse to shrink so others can be comfortable around me. I shine even as I allow others to shine. I grow even as I allow others to grow. I am living my best life. 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 The firehorse year is my year. The next decade is my decade. I am moving from obscurity to mastery to notoriety. I heal. I rise to my healing. I rise to my healing. I break every emotional pattern, every cycle that is not serving my purpose, my life path, I rewire my nervous system. I declare, I decree that the remaining days of 2026 is a reset and rewiring of my nervous system. The next 9 years are years of glory, are years of kingdom, are years of power, are years of excellence for me. I heal from every trauma. I heal from every childhood pain. There is power in this pain. There is glory in this shame. There is travail. There is triumph in this travail. I rise to my glory state of mind. The glory of the orange is in the juice, but the juice must be squeezed. Life may be squeezing me now, but it's squeezing out the juice in me. Say, I am prepared. I am ready. I am prepared. I am ready. It's my detox season. It's my rewiring season. It's my manifestation activation season. It's my identity building season. It's my spiritual alignment season. It's my destiny engineering season. Kings, come to the brightness of my rising. Kings, come to the brightness of my rising. Investors, destiny handlers, destiny helpers, they come to me now. They handle and they lift me up. They carry the weight and the burden of my calling. They move faster than the speed of light. My ancestors, they arrange and rearrange my energetic space. Things are working for me. Now, my nervous system from today becomes the gateway to my next 9 years. This healing is not optional. This healing is not optional. See after me, my mind is prepared. My energy is aligned. Take some 5 minutes and just let the words come from your soul, from the depth of your soul. Let the words come from the depth of your soul. If you're here and you are sick, speak to the organs of your body. Because your body can heal itself. One of the things that the enemy does is, when he can't get you in every other areas of your life, he inflicts you with disease. Speak to the organs of your body. Speak to your vitals. Speak to your kidney, your liver, your pancreas, your pelvis, your nervous system, your bloodstream, your heart, your private parts, your respiratory system, your eyes, the sockets, your sense organs. You are covered. You are covered. You are shielded. Speak immunity. You are immune from diseases. Say after me, I live right. Say, I live right. I do not expose myself to junk. I do not expose myself. I do not expose my body to chemicals, to poisonous food. I eat right. I drink right. I intimate right. Now, let the words flow from your own soul, from the depth of your soul now, and begin to speak. It's not too early to speak into your 2026. Call it forth. Your soul knows. Your soul knows. Your nervous system remembers the childhood dreams that you've forgotten. Your nervous system remembers. It is not only trauma that is stored in there. Your glory is also stored in there. It remembers. The north remembers. I rise to my healing. I rise to my healing. I rise to my healing. I receive the reward for every effort of the last 9 years. I receive my reward. I receive my reward. Speak to the child in you now. Speak to the child in you. Close your eyes and just imagine yourself as a child and speak to the child in you. Emperor Freddy, just close your eyes and just speak to that child in you. The child that was maltreated by your aunt and her children. Tell that child the things that you would love to tell the child in you now. Tell that child you are forgiven. You are healed. Promise that child in you that was maltreated that you are ready to reparent that child in you. I'm ready to give you love. You can even get the picture of yourself as a child and put it on your altar. And every day speak to that picture of you. You are so beautiful. You are loved. You deserve the best things of life. That's what you do, Emperor. That's where you begin from. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Your tears is the proof of your healing. They maltreated you because they didn't know best. They didn't know better, rather. Now you know better. Now treat that little Emperor Freddy right. Speak to that little Emperor Freddy and let that Emperor Freddy know that he is great. Let that Emperor Freddy know that he did nothing to deserve that maltreatment. Let that Emperor Freddy know that for the rest of his life, he is going to be catered to. There will be affection and love. Speak to it. No more breakdown. No more breakdown. Now, lastly, we're going to do something. We're going to affirmations to your parents, especially those of you who have parents who have health situation. Speak healing to your parents. Thank you, official praise. Speak healing to your parents wherever they are. Speak bliss into their body. If you are here, you are struggling with forgiving your parents for the things they did to you. Let the healing flow through you now And that healing would produce forgiveness in you and become the extension of that forgiveness. Nail throne, they are still with you in spirit. Bless your parents. Bless them. Those of you who have children, speak to your children. We are living in perilous times, guys. We are living in perilous times. And if you are a parent and you have children, you can't afford not to speak words of grace. That's why a lot of you need to join Dr. Diana's For the Child's Sake. They have this every Saturday morning affirmation, and it's specifically for family and children. Your children are, some of you, your children are your reward system. Forget what society is saying. Yeah. Yes, not that you're going to be lazy, but there is something in your children that will show you that God loves you. But there are also opposition systems that might want to create roadblocks on the path of your children. But that won't be their Lord, because you are the covering of your children. So mention their names and speak into the lives of your children. DJ Rockefeller, thank you. They are innocent. Speak to them. I rise, I rise, I rise. How do you forgive parents that their existence is why you are still in pain? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Take back the power, the audacity you have given them to cause you pain. Begin one step at a time. It may not happen overnight. Yes, they are your parents. They are the passage through which you came to this world. But if they are causing you pain, it's based on the function of their understanding. They don't know better. So you must withhold from them. You must take back the power. You've given them your power. Take it back from them. With respect and honor, take it from them. Because they are here to teach you a lesson. Everyone, your spouse is your teacher. Your parents are your teacher. Your friends are your teachers. The government is your teacher. Bernard, that's inconsistency. It is not your portion. Be still. Be still. You have to deal with this from the root. You have to deal with this from the root. There is something that is causing you to struggle. That you are happy today, you are sad the next day. And when you are still, you are in a state of stability in your emotions. Your soul, you will reach down to the depth of your soul. And you will figure out, why is this happening? That's awesome, great lady. Listen, guys, the reason healing is difficult for a lot of people is because the path to healing is full of pain. It's filled with pain. But there is power in that pain. So you are going to cry, you are going to bleed, but you are on your path to healing. 2025 is less than 30 days. We'll say goodbye to 2025. The year that healed some of us. The year that fought some of us. The year that taught some of us. The year that blessed some of us. But you know the beautiful thing? We are now stepping into a brand new 9-year cycle. A brand new page. That's what we are stepping into. There's a 6-day manifestation on future design mastery. Starts on the 16th of December, and the door is still open for those who would like to be part of it. If you want to have full information, you can go to the link in my bio or send a DM and someone would respond to you. You don't want to miss it. It's going to help you to reset. That's one way to reset and to prepare for 2026. Matter of fact, that's like the best way to reset and prepare for 2026. So if you are hearing my voice right now, this is a calling to you. The deadline is on the 10th of December. Or when? Is it on the 10th of December? The deadline? On the 15th, okay. The deadline is on the 15th of December. We're waiting for you. Thank you so much, guys. Go and have an amazing sleep, and see you tomorrow for day 17 countdown. Thank you.